What if your old bicentennial quarter is secretly worth over $100,000 or even more? Today, we're revealing the top 2 ultra-rare bicentennial quarters that shook the coin world. One was struck on a silver planchet, another weighs nearly a pound. Stay to the end, your pocket change might be gold. Part 1, setting the scene, why this coin matters, 0:30 to 2 o'clock. The £1 coin was first introduced in the UK in 1983, replacing the £1 banknote, which was being phased out due to wear and tear. But little did the public know, something unique and highly collectible was about to be born. The 1983 £1 coin was more than just a piece of currency, it marked a new chapter in British coinage. Made of nickel brass, it had a bold design and a weighty feel. It was the first ever round pound, created to withstand circulation and symbolise the UK's monetary shift. But as the years passed, collectors started noticing something different. It turns out, not all 1983 £1 coins were created equal. Part 2, the rarity factor, what makes this coin special? 2 to 4 o'clock. In general, millions of 1983 £1 coins were minted for circulation, over 443 million, to be exact. So why are we talking about it like it's a hidden gem? Here's the twist. Among the sea of ordinary coins, a few mysterious versions surfaced. These coins had subtle, but crucial, errors that set them apart. The most famous and valuable among them is known as the 1983 £1 coin with a missing edge inscription. Most 1983 £1 coins feature an edge inscription that reads, Decus et tutamen, Latin for an ornament and a safeguard. But in these rare error coins, this inscription is completely missing. Why? It's believed to be a minting error, possibly a small batch that escaped quality control. Whatever the reason, this variant became one of the holy grails of modern British coin collecting. Part 3, the value, from £1 to thousands. 4 to 6 o'clock. Here's where things get really exciting. A standard 1983 £1 coin may still be worth just, well, £1, maybe slightly more to a collector in pristine condition. But the missing edge inscription version? That's where the value skyrockets. Over the past decade, examples of this rare coin have appeared at auctions and private sales with prices reaching up to £500, £1,000, and in some cases over £2,000 depending on condition and demand. Some dealers claim they've seen interest from overseas collectors willing to pay tens of thousands for coins with documented provenance and authentication. That's a jump from £1 to £10,000 plus, an increase of 1,000,000% in value. Even coins with slight minting quirks, like double strikes, off-center designs, or unusual toning, can fetch hundreds of pounds if they're from the right year. And it doesn't stop there. One particularly rare variant, believed to be a trial piece never meant for public circulation, was reportedly valued at over £20,000 by a major collector. That's right. £1 to £20,000. Imagine that kind of return from something you might already own. Part 4, how to identify yours, 6 to 8 o'clock. So, how do you know if you have one of these elusive 1983 treasures? Here's a checklist. Check the edge, look closely at the coin's edge. Most 1983 £1 coins should say Decus et tutamen. If yours is completely smooth, no inscription at all, you might have a rare variant. Inspect the condition, uncirculated or near-mint coins are always worth more. If it looks clean, sharp, and shiny, don't spend it. Look for errors, check for other anomalies, off-center printing, doubling of text, unusual thickness, or coloring. Weigh it, a normal 1983 £1 coin should weigh around 9.5 grams. Deviations can indicate a minting issue. Authenticate it, get it professionally graded or appraised by a reputable dealer or numismatic organization. Having paperwork can increase its value substantially. Part 5, the market and future potential, 8 to 9:30. Demand for rare UK coins has surged in recent years, especially post-2020 when more people started investing in alternative assets. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby anymore, it's an investment strategy. With digital marketplaces, coin fairs, and online auctions connecting collectors worldwide, the market is hotter than ever. Experts predict the value of rare 1983 £1 coins will continue to rise, especially as surviving examples become scarcer and the mystique around them grows. So, if you're lucky enough to find one, it could become a long-term appreciating asset. It's not just money, it's history in your hands. OUTRO, call to action, 9:30 to 10 o'clock. So now the big question. Do you have one? Check your old jars, your spare change drawers, and your childhood coin collections. Because the next rare 1983 £1 coin that surfaces might belong to you, and it could be worth thousands. Cue dramatic music again. Narrator. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the rare and valuable world of the 1983 £1 coin, hit that like button, subscribe for more treasure hunting videos, and share this with a friend, especially if they love money or mysteries. Section 1. The history of the 1976 AD Bicentennial Quarter. To understand why the 1976 AD Bicentennial Quarter is so special, we need to go back to the mid-1970s. America was celebrating its 200th birthday, its bicentennial, in 1976. This was more than just fireworks and parades. The US Mint got involved by redesigning the quarter, half dollar, and dollar coins with special reverse, tails, designs honoring this monumental event. The quarter's reverse featured a colonial drummer designed by Jack L.R., with a flame encircled by 13 stars representing the original colonies. On the obverse, heads, it still featured George Washington, but instead of the usual date, these coins were dual-dated 1776 to 1976, a special touch to commemorate the anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. The D's Mint mark on these quarters indicates they were struck at the Denver Mint. Section 2, Mintage and Circulation, why most aren't rare. Now, here's the catch. Over 860 million 1976 AD bicentennial quarters were minted. That's an astronomical number, which means that most of these quarters are still only worth their face value, 25 cents, even today. So, what makes some of these coins worth hundreds, thousands, or even over six figures? It comes down to a few key factors. Mint errors, special strikes, condition and grading, unique composition or variance. Let's break each of those down. Section 3, the big money, what makes some 1976 AD quarters worth thousands? 1. Mint errors. Rare minting errors can skyrocket a coin's value. We're talking about double die errors, where the design appears twice due to a misaligned strike. Off-center strikes. Clip planchets. Wrong planchette errors, when the quarter is struck on a different coin's blank. These types of errors are very rare, and collectors are willing to pay big money for them. A 1976 D quarter struck on a nickel planchette, for example, has sold for over $3,000. 2. High-grade condition, MS67 and up. Coin grading plays a major role in value. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, from 1 to 70. A typical circulated quarter might be MS60 or lower, but an MS67 or MS68 1976 AD bicentennial quarter can command huge prices. One 1976 AD quarter, graded MS68 by PCGS, sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $6,463. That's right, over $6,000 for a quarter. 3. Special satin or proof-like strikes. Though most 1976 AD quarters were made for general circulation, a limited number were minted with satin or proof-like finishes. These coins, often part of special mint sets, SMS, are rarely found in the wild, but if you have one, you're in for a big payday. 4. Silver-clad versions. While the D Mint typically struck copper-nickel quarters, there are rare silver-clad planchette errors that slipped through at the Denver Mint. These are incredibly rare, and one silver 1976 AD quarter recently sold for over $19,000. Section 4. How to identify a valuable 1976 AD bicentennial quarter? So how do you know if your quarter is worth a fortune? Start with these tips. Check the date and mint mark. It must be dual dated 1776 to 1976 with a date under Washington's portrait. Examine the coin closely for errors like doubling, misstrikes, or missing details. Look at the coin's luster and condition. If it looks nearly uncirculated or flawless, it might be worth grading. Check the weight. Regular quarters weigh 5.67 g, but silver ones weigh 5.75 g. Use a digital scale to check. Have it professionally graded. Use services like PCGS or NGC to authenticate and appraise your coin. Section 5. Record-breaking auctions and collector fever. Here's where it gets really exciting. Let's look at some of the most valuable 1976 AD Bicentennial quarters ever sold. $6,463, PCGS MS 68 1976 AD quarter, no errors, just exceptional condition. $19,200, error coin struck on a silver-clad planchette. $3,000 plus, wrong planchette error coins. $4,000, misaligned die strike in near-perfect condition. These aren't just anomalies. Collectors are actively hunting for high-grade bicentennial quarters. And as fewer mint condition examples remain, the value continues to rise. Conclusion, call to action. So, what are you waiting for? That loose change in your drawer or the coin collection you inherited could be hiding a goldmine. The 1976 AD Bicentennial quarter isn't just a piece of history, it's a chance at life-changing money. Whether it's a rare mint error, a silver planchette mistake, or a pristine MS-68 gem, these coins are real, and they're selling for tens of thousands of dollars every day. Check your quarters, study them closely, and if you find something special, get it graded and appraised immediately. Who knows? The next record-breaking auction might feature your coin. Like, comment, and subscribe for more hidden coin treasures. And share this video so others can discover what might be hiding in plain sight. Stay curious, stay lucky, and keep hunting those coins.